Hello ladies and mostly gentlemen, I'm Vinny B, and in 2020 COVID appeared and forced us at home, got bored, and I built a Smart with a Hayabusa engine at the back. We're now 2 years later, there's still COVID, got bored again, so I thought I could fabricate myself a vacuum forming machine to form doors and fenders to reduce the weight of that car. So you'll see in this episode that this machine is a real pain in the butt to work with. But I'm stupid enough to continue to obsess over this thing until it finally pukes me good parts. So welcome to part 21 of the Smart Hayabusa, or part 2 of the vacuum forming machine. Yeah, I'm confused, I just don't know anymore. Yes, we're back on the Smart-Busa project, starting phase 2. I'm beginning this phase by reducing her weight, then I will build her a roll cage. Okay, let's disassemble and prep the doors and fenders for the vacuum forming. And you'll see that there's a feeling of déjà vu. £58.4? I knew you were heavy. Alright, so I could probably mold right away that door, except I need to remove that section. Yeah, as it is, it's just too wide for the vacuum platform that I built, which is 3 by 5 feet. So we'll have to tear apart the entire door. Plus that will give us a good look on how a smart door is built, which is kind of a reverse way to build compared to a traditional car. Yeah, alright. Back to work. Alright guys, I know the cover of the door is already in plastic, so why, Vinny, are you doing a vacuum forming of that door? Well, bear with me guys. But first, let's have a look at the door. So this is how it's built. This is basically a big frame with the bottom, middle, and top being in steel, and everything else is plastic. Top cover, bottom cover, everything else. It's a Smart, needs to be lightweight. So I removed the cover, but I want to put it back. I want to keep and mold into the door that handle, and I wish I could have a nice rollover from the forming, so I will have a bit of meat underneath and on top. So that's why I'm not using that cover only, because I want a little bit more form out of the door with the bottom and the top part. Also, keep in mind that in case of a crash, I still have the original doors to reform myself some new panels. Alright, let's continue disassemble that door. That's one. There you go. That's two. There you go. Perfect. Because of all the gases and fumes coming out of the burners and the melting ABS, I thought it was better to heat the plastic outside. With my recent not so good luck, of course the wind just picked up. Probably not gonna help with the heating process. So I fabricate myself kind of a shelter. Oh boy. Yeah, next time I think I'm just gonna buy myself some better safety mask and do the heating inside with the garage door open. Alright, good for now, so let's go vacuum forming.
Ok. Je t'en envoie. Ah, viens vers moi, viens vers moi, viens. a déchiré. Ouais, c'est pareil. OK, on va descendre doucement.
Obviously, it's a fail. Spoiler, the first one of many.
C'est ça, ça a déchiré.
Ah, elle a trop chauffé.
I was done with the 316 because I can only get one sheet 3 by 5 feet out of a 4 by 8. And I wanted to do one last try with the 1/8 sheet left. Yeah, I had a really hard time keeping the burners on. That's why over the plastic, on one side I had a burner raging flames like hell, and on the other side it was just pure cold and just off. But again, another fail. From the gauge pressure and the sound of gas flowing through it, I knew the propane was not the cause. I think this is what happened. The heating box being so sealed up. Pretty sure that the burners were running out of oxygen. Just like this candle. Yep, pretty sure. So I was back on modifying sections of the machine. I also added ridges, creating a secondary seal with the plastic and sealing everything up with the aluminum tape. Ah, now we're talking. Unfortunately, I was left with smaller ABS sheets and decided to try to vacuum form the headlight lens of the Smart.
On lève, doucement, pas de stress, on déclenche. On fait notre dans toi. On s'accote, accote-toi. Éteins, viens de voir. Ah, c'est mon erreur.
Yet another fail. I forgot to make notches on the frame to clear the new ridges I just added. Yep, rookie mistake. Again, back on modifying stuff, and I also wanted to add latches. It's gonna help creating a good seal. Pretty sure it will be more efficient than dancing polka on the other frame.
OK, on lève. On s'en vient. On va accoter. OK, on descend doucement. Attends. OK, comme ça. On vient toucher ça.
Yes, finally, one good pull. 4 weeks of work without getting the results I was looking for. Now I think I nailed enough technical details to generate good pulls. Alright, I'm still waiting on the new plastic sheets to revive and vacuum form some doors. But let's try to mold bigger parts with the ABS I'm left with. Oh yeah! Dead. Ah, it was so much fun! The coffin is ready.
Plus que 30 secondes. Ah! J'ai déjà déchiré. Ok, on y va, on n'a rien à perdre. On lève, go!
Well, obviously I didn't master the heating process of bigger sheets, since this 3x5 feet is already torn. The real challenge here is to evenly distribute the heat from the burners. And although one side had overheated and opened up, the middle section was still not hot enough to follow the contours of the fenders, as you can see. But here's my theory. Okay, we start with a flat sheet of ABS. The heat rises from the burners and it should spread evenly. But as the plastic heats up, and that the belly gets bigger and bigger, the heat probably gets trapped on both sides of those newly formed tapered corners. And since all of the weight of the plastic are pulling on those edges, with that much heat, they melt away and tear apart. But I've got an idea to fix it. And there it is. No, it's not the rear end of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, although it's really starting to look like it. But instead, it's a recirculating air system. Yep, you can say I made a big convection oven for plastic. To do so, I bought a really cheap 4-inch booster fan, which is not really rated for high temperatures, so I pinched it a little with some insulating tape. Also, it's not that powerful, which is maybe not such a bad thing. I don't want to suck all the heat from the edges, but just balance it a bit more. The air is getting sucked in by these two manifolds. I only have them in the middle of the coffin, since I noticed that the ends were colder than the middle. Then it goes through the fan and it's puked out from those two outlets. Alright, I finally received my new sheets of plastic after 4 whole weeks of waiting. That's why there's such a big gap between my last video and this one. Yep, I've been waiting a lot. Oh well, so let's go cut some sheets and see if my new hair system works. I heard that you can cut some thin plastic with the X-Acto knife. Let's see if it works, because that could be a lot simpler than using a skill saw. Not really. Let's go with the skill saw. Don't let your blade stick out too much of your skill saw, otherwise you're gonna get surprises.
Ça fait. On descend. Ah, moi je vois. Ah, c'est chaud. Ah, viens, vas-y. Pousse pareil. Oh, j'entends là encore. Ah, c'est ça que tu veux? Ah, elle a lâchement? Ben, c'est parce qu'elle l'a fermé. Elle l'a fermé. Ah, ben, même pas grave.
That's nice. All right, let's do a door.
Okay. Ah, ça c'est bien. On voit le morceau de bois ici.
Alright, ladies and mostly gentlemen, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed my journey of figuring things out and fixing them as I go. Please consider subscribing and liking this video so that the algorithm will pick it up and share it to everybody else. Some other people. Not many, but just a couple of other people. On the next episode, I will use the panels I just farmed to create myself some proper racing doors with new clear polycarbonate windows, and I will build new lighter hinges and brackets locking system to complete that door. So stick around, but till then, go do something with your head, your hands, or both. See you guys.